Hey everybody, it is me, Martinez-Bateman. I am the CEO of Coyote Consulting. We are an equity and communications consulting firm here in the Pacific Northwest, and this is the Tuesday update. Every week I come on here and I tell you how we're doing at Coyote, what we're doing, what's going on, all that stuff. I was in LA last week. I met with staff, I met with contractors, I met with partners. I had an amazing time. I came back with some new insight into our growth strategy. I've been talking about growth a lot. It's been coming up. I've been thinking about it. I really love the momentum that we have right now. I love the work that we're doing right now. And also I know that we have to be looking forward to a point that we are attempting to get to. That's, for me, that's just how it works, right? Momentum begets momentum. That being said, as an anti-capitalist business, as a triple bottom line benefit corporation for good, which most businesses have one bottom line, that's profit. Benefit corporations for good have people, profit, planet, right? People, planet, profit, either way. We have three things we care about. We care about the environment, we care about the people. And I really like that. And I think we can get more specific. I think for us, mission has to be number one. We have to be working on moving the needle, creating an impact for people's lives, for a living wage, for a healthy planet, right? Those are the things that we are committed to. Those are the things that we will chase and center. And then for us, I think profit has to be number two. Not because, we need money, but I think in the past, I didn't know what money was for, other than to keep people poor and make rich people rich, right? Like I didn't know what wealth really was. And I didn't see anything among the wealthy people that I was introduced to. I was a maid and a gardener for a long time, right? I didn't see anything there that I felt like I wanted. And now I understand what money is for me and what money is for us. And it's the opportunity to do what we want, how we want. It's the opportunity to invest in systems that will perpetuate equity, that will create wealth for other people who are similarly minded to us, who will then go on to continue to create wealth for people who care about human rights, access to healthcare, access to education, et cetera, the list goes on, right? We can't continue to just use our bodies to try and do things like end the violence in Gaza and the genocide in Gaza, right? We're doing that. It's working. We've got some changes on the ballot, on the docket, not the ballot, sort of the ballot. Anyway, I digress. We also need to bring to bear financial and social power. And that, how we build that is going to be through progressive businesses, in part, not in whole, in part. But for me, for New Coyote, what our job is going to be going forward is to invest in the work that will create more businesses like ours, more organizations like ours, more workers who are being resourced, not just with money, but with benefits and with opportunities to really do what they're called to do in the world, because that's how we're going to create change. And that's how we're going to do stuff like fight climate change and stop fucking genocides and reduce the military budget and increase the education budget and get teachers paid a living wage and keep kids with their families wherever possible, and not criminalize poverty and not criminalize addiction and like all of these things, right? Like that matter to us. If we just, it's what that saying, shit in one hand and wish in the other, and see which one fills up first. If we're just hanging out saying that, oh, this is the wish hand. Either way, if we're just hanging out saying that that's what we care about, that's it. That's all we have. But if we're working, if we're doing things, if we're laboring for change, if we're moving the needle in the way that we have access to the needle moving mechanism, that's what matters. So I think that most people would be like, yeah, duh, profit is important. And also for me, I really have to know why it is. Why does it matter? Why do I want it? Because if it's just a habit, doesn't really seem that important to me. But if it's to use it to make the changes that I know this world needs, that we all fucking know this world needs, that's the key. That's the difference. That's going to be the sort of laser focus guiding light for our upcoming years. That means, for me, that means more investing in my art. I slowed down on the art and creative practice because I felt too busy. And the day I started putting it first again, didn't feel too busy. Got all my shit done. Like, anyway, relevant lessons. When I invest in my creative practice, when I invest in dreaming and innovating and like thinking outside the box first, everything else falls in line. For me, that's important. But it's also going to be being in community again. You know, I belong to a bunch of different progressive business associations and chambers of commerce and things like that I don't go to the meetings. Why not? Let's go. Come on. It's time to start building power. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited because when we, and I mean you, and I mean me, and I mean progressives, and I mean queer people, and I mean disabled people, fat people, non-men, people of color, when we have power and we know what it's for, right? It's not just to keep me safe from oppression, but it's to dismantle the systems of oppression. When we have power and we know what it's for, we can use it to that end. And that is what I'm after. All right. See you next week. Oh, what is it? Have a lunch, have a walk, have a weekend, don't work for free. I don't know why I forgot that. Sometimes I forget it. I do forget it sometimes. And that's why I say it every fucking video, because it's important to remember.